Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Miss Senia. In this video, I'm going to share about adjective clause. Why is it important to be learned? Look at these sentences. Felicia is looking for a book. She bought it yesterday in Skatra bookstore. Now, I'm going to combine them, the two sentences, and it becomes Felicia is looking for a book that she bought yesterday in Skatra bookstore. What part is the adjective clause? The adjective clause is that she bought yesterday in Skatra bookstore. So, what do you think after they're combined? It becomes more exact, easier to read, and more advanced, isn't it? Not only that, adjective clause is obviously needed for those who wants to beat English tests like TOEFL. Adjective clause. What is an adjective? An adjective describes a noun or noun phrase. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. There are two clauses that you have learned previously, independent and dependent. An independent clause is a complete idea. A simple sentence is an example of an independent clause. A dependent clause, however, is not a complete idea. So, what is an adjective clause? An adjective clause is a dependent clause that describes a noun or noun phrase. An adjective clause comes after the noun that it modifies. Take a look at these sentences. My neighbor knows all of the quick and easy ways to get to the airport. He drives for both Uber and Lyft. My neighbor, who drives for both Uber and Lyft, knows all of the quick and easy ways to get to the airport. What part is the adjective clause? The adjective clause is who drives for both Uber and Lyft. What does it describe? Yes, you're right. The adjective clause describes my neighbor. Within an adjective clause, we use a relative pronoun. Some relative pronouns that I'm going to elaborate in this video are who, which, that, whose, whom. Who is used when we are talking about people. For example, the woman is a doctor. She lives next door. The woman who lives next door is a doctor. In this sentence, the adjective clause describes the subject, the woman. Now, look, we know a lot of people. They live in the country. We know a lot of people who live in a country. In this sentence, the adjective clause describes the object, a lot of people. Next, it's which. Which is used when we are talking about things. For example, my bag is being repaired. It was given to me by my grandmother. My bag, which was given to me by my grandmother, is being repaired. In this sentence, the adjective clause describes the subject, my bag. Next, she works for a company. It makes furniture. She works for a company which makes furniture. In this sentence, the adjective clause describes the object, a company. Another relative pronoun, that. That is used when we are talking about both people and things. In other words, when we use who or which, we are usually able to replace them with that. The woman that lives next door is a doctor. We know a lot of people that live in a country. She works for a company that makes furniture. Okay, next relative pronoun is whose. We use whose in adjective clauses instead of his, her, their. We saw some people. Their car had broken down. We saw some people whose car had broken down. Now, it's whom. We use whom in adjective clauses instead of him, her, them. Vika is a swimming coach. Diven knows her from his school teacher. Vika, whom Diven knows from his school teacher, is a swimming coach. Let's compare who, whose, and whom in these examples. I met a man. He knows you. I met a man who knows you. I met a man, his sister knows you. I met a man whose sister knows you. I met a man, you have known him for years. I met a man whom you have known for years. Within TOEFL tests, we frequently found sentences involving adjective clauses have commas. How is the use of commas in adjective clause? Look at these sentences. The woman who lives next door is a doctor. Sean works for a company which makes furniture. We stayed at a hotel that you recommended. In this example, the adjective clauses tell us which person or thing or what kind of person or thing the speaker means, which woman, what kind of company, and which hotel. So we do not use commas with these clauses. Compare with these sentences. Number 1, my brother Rafa, who lives in Australia, is a doctor. Ralin told me about her new job, which she's enjoying very much. Number 3, we stayed at the Park Hotel, which a friend of ours recommended. In these examples, we already know which thing or person is meant. My brother Rafa, Ralin's new job, and the Park Hotel. The relative clauses in these sentences give us extra information about the person or the thing, so we use commas with these clauses. Okay, that's all about adjective clause. I have 2 tasks in the description. You can practice by answering part A and part B in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.